Well, welcome to the showroom of Centaur Subaru. We're here today with Roger Salins, our Assistant Service Manager, and Mark Williams, our Fixed Operations Manager. So Roger, what's the number one question we get on the weekend for the service department?
The number one question we generally get is a check engine light that illuminates or comes on while a person's out doing their errands on the weekend.
So what actually is the check engine light?
Check engine light is basically a system of sensors that are basically connected to your ignition for emissions control and for the actual engine control. And they basically register codes that will come back if there's an issue with either one of those systems.
So why would it turn on?
Basically, the sensors are hooked up to your emissions control. An example of that would be if your fuel cap was loose and wasn't tightened on correctly. Other systems, along with exhaust and valves throughout the engine, can trigger this check engine light to come on as well.
So a number of questions we also get is, why is my cruise control light also flashing?
The cruise control is basically hooked up to the system, check engine light system, which basically is disabled once that check engine light comes on. This is to deter you from driving any long distances and from going anywhere and possibly damaging the engine.
Excellent. So Mark, now that our check engine light's on, how would we actually turn it off?
One of the first things to check on the vehicle is if the gas cap has been tightened properly. You want to make sure you hear it click there. Ensures that the seal is done correctly and the system has been pressurized, and test the system. If after driving a few times the check engine light hasn't gone out for you and stays illuminated, it can be one of the many other sensors on the car. One of the ones that we'll checking after you most likely contact us, you'll need to hook up a scan tool to the system. It takes a reading of what the computer is showing us and tells us where the fault has been found at. Like Roger had said, there are many sensors in the system and many things that can trigger a check engine light. Simple stuff like the fuel gas cap there, emissions related things, or engine performance stuff. As you can see, Roger here has our diagnostic tool hooked up to the vehicle. He can then get into the computer on the car, which is sometimes referred to as an ECU, and find out which area we need to be looking at.
So a number of questions we also get too is, should I wait until my next service appointment to have the codes actually checked?
No. Now with the vehicles, they do, when a check engine light is illuminated, the car goes to a fail-safe sort of setting. It doesn't give you the best performance, it doesn't give you the best fuel economy, but it will keep the vehicle going and in a safe thing so you don't get any damage to the car. If your check engine light is flashing, that indicates that you need to shut the car off and call for a tow truck. Should you wait till the next service? No. You should give us a call after you check the gas cap, see if it goes out after a couple short trips around the city. Best solution is to give us a call.
Well, thank you, Mark and Roger. We want to remind all of our drivers too that if you have any quick questions about the operations of your Subaru, feel free to contact our service department or refer back to your owner's manual if you have any other questions.